Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in the last video, uh, we were able to execute our container like the image that we have created. So now in this video, what we will do is like, okay, we will see like how we can use our taste. So last video, we override this entry point, right? But in this video, we are going to use this entry point and pass these parameters to run our container. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So that is the first thing that we are going to do, and then we will see how we can run it in the background mode, and also we can archive our test results and how we can see the logs. So let's see how we can do all those things. So first thing that we have to see is like, let's see that our console is up and running, right? So my console is up and running, friends. I have 1 2 3 4 5 instances of Chrome, so you know how to do that, right? You can scale up the uh, the browsers. You know that command, right? If you say docker compose up, and then you say minus minus scale chrome is equal to 4, then it will refer to the docker chrome file here, right? So we have a docker compose file, and it suppose we have a Chrome or Firefox only one instance, so it will make 4 or 3 whatever we are giving here. So this is how we can increase the number of browsers we want. So our grid is up and running. So what's next? So next thing is we want to execute our test case using the without interactive mode, and we will use the parameters for test. So let's see how we can do that. So this command docker run. Before that, let me do one thing. Let me clear this screen so that we can see it now. Docker run minus d. Minus d means we want to run in the background mode, okay? And then we said my network host. So if you see this Docker file, so the command will be like this, okay? Whatever we are saying. So first we have to pass the browser, then the host, and then the module. What module we want to execute? So we we provided all the parameters in that. So minus e means whatever parameter. Like browser is Chrome. So let's say Firefox here. We have more instances of Chrome, so it will be very quick. So let's say Firefox. Okay. So this is our browser. Then we are saying okay, hub host, and then we are saying module, and then what is the name of the image. So if you see here in this command, like in the previous time, we were executing in the interactive mode, and we were providing Java minus CP, and then we were overriding our entry point. But now we are not doing that. We are just using the default entry point. We are just providing the parameters it needs, and then we are saying which image we want to execute, which image, like which container we want to create. So if you do this, so now now it's running, right? So if you see here, it's running in the if you say docker ps, so it's running in the background mode. But you can see here, right, it is up and running, this Selenium docker. So if you want to see the logs, we can quickly see docker logs. See, you can see it's running. So let's see again, docker logs, it's running. If you go here, and you refresh it, so one request is still waiting, right? So let's see, still running, I think. So wait, now it's run. So it's saying the log is 6 run, and this. Now if you say docker, yes, we can see the running container. So now the Selenium, our container is not running here because now the execution is done. So now it's not running. So we saw what we saw here is like we can see the running containers with docker ps with the docker. So if you know the container ID, you can use the docker logs to see the status of your execution. And once it is run in the you can see the result also here, like total run and everything. So we run without interactive mode, that is background minus d, and then we use the parameters to execute our test. So this is what we learned here. Now friends, we can use the volume mapping if you want to archive your test result. So somehow in the last video we saw, right, I was not able to do the archive. Maybe I have some access issue or something, but in the same command here, while when you are running, you can just say minus v, like minus, I will just show you here. So here you can say minus v, and you can provide your volume mapping. So the report will be saved in your local, like in your host machine, it will be archived and you can see it from there. Next thing is, now we are able to run it using the like parameters and all, right? Now what we want to do is like, okay, now we can create, now everything is up and running, so we can create a docker compose file. We'll modify our docker compose file so that with one command we'll say docker compose up, and it will be able to execute everything. Okay, so let's see that in the next video. Thank you.